Okay, hi there, Jonathan. Just got. Oops, hang on. Oh goodness. Yes, I was trying to talk with some gauze in my mouth. I had a tooth removed today, and it's still a little bit of blood flowing. All right, now enough of that. I've got this next version of your hero's journey narrative. So I thought I'd just record another video. We'll just tidy it up a little bit. It's pretty good, and you've shared the full story. I didn't realise that you were doing entrepreneurial type of things from age 20. That's amazing. But then again, it was about that age as well for me when I started. I might have been just a touch earlier than 20. When I got started, I think I bought my first apartment when I was 20, and before then I got a job as a salesman in with a life insurance company. On paper, I was very unsuited to the role, but I kept persevering and started to make some money. All right, now, I just inserted a comma there after it was 2001. So this will just help you fine-tune your copywriting, okay? Your content when you're creating particularly text-based content. There's usually a few things that can be tidied up, and it'll just make it a bit easier to read. Of course, most people will never see this, because this is what we might call the full narrative. Most people will never see it. This is more the sort of thing that you would share with people on a blog or something like that, because you're given more license to, add more wordy content. Whereas on Facebook, well, it doesn't really work. So, but there are some elements here that we can extract. And I'm thinking with that description that I did the other day for you that I should look for maybe a paragraph of text that we can take from this that basically gives people a little bit more about you. All right, so let's get started. It was 2001 and I'd lost almost everything. That's a good way to open a story. All right. I'll just go back up to the headline. You don't have to go broke twice to make it big. Not sure about that headline, but we might come back to that, if not today, certainly in the near future. The dot-com era was a great time for anyone to be in the stock market, and I was one of them. The dot-com era was a great time for anyone to be in the stock market, and I was one of them. I'll leave it. May need to come back. It doesn't quite gel with me. But anyway, I was making consistent money with my strategy and even tripled my account. I was on the okay, I don't think we need to these. I was on top of the world for a okay, I'm just going to give it more dramatic impact. I was on top of the world, and to create a little bit more involvement, not bad for a 20-year-old kid. Hey, that's how I would do it. Then I did something stupid. I listened to a so-called guru. Instead of cashing in my profits on a single stock I owned, I listened to the guru and held onto the stock as it plummeted. Okay. I did this. I'm going to change so for this. I did this until my account was wiped out. I was down to $0. That translates to a $20,000 loss in a year. A year later, I'd taken A year later, I started an engineering job in sunny San Diego. I was living it up at the beach, and in 2002 bought my first condo there. People thought I was crazy because of the high prices, but I knew better. I'd learned a thing or two from the stock market. Shall we add a descriptive word there? Debacle or experience? 2.5 years later, I sold the condo after it doubled in price. I made over 120 grand in just over 2 years. I was on top of the world again. Good. With that much cash in the bank, I was able to pursue a career I was more passionate about. Okay, we need to break this up. The sentence is a little long. With that much cash in the bank, I was able to pursue a career I was more passionate about. Okay, well, we can stop it there. It just means that the sentence ends with a preposition. But with that much cash in the bank, I was able to pursue a career I was more passionate about. With that much cash in the bank, I was able. If we can shorten it to just one word there, that's less words is usually better. I could pursue a career I was more passionate about. Okay, we'll leave the proposition there. Maybe can rejig that again. The reason why it's normally not great to have a preposition at the end of a sentence is because it doesn't read that well. However, what is even worse is to have an overly long sentence. So to me it's the lesser of two evils. But we can rejig that, if not now, at another time. With that much cash in the bank, I could pursue a career I was. Yeah, I've probably still got a little bit of the anesthetic. I'm still not quite there. If I revisit it, I'll be able to fix that. So I quit and then we start with a new sentence. So I quit my stable 9-to-5 engineering job. I was going to trade the stock market as a professional trader. All right, so new paragraph. I spent 3 months getting licensed to make should we add, say, to make what I thought was the big. No, we'll leave that. I thought once I had my licenses, I'd be making $1,000 a day. We'll just put a comma there. With only a few hours of work. What a perfect life, right? Wrong. I'll just sometimes it's good just to have a single word, just a word, one word on its lonesome. Wrong. A month after I was licensed in New York Stock Exchange, changed the game, and there was no more easy money. So I spent I think I might insert so there. I think it just helps with the flow a little bit. So I spent the next 4 years, we'll convert that to a 4, trying to figure out how to make it on my own. I ended up burning through all the money I made in real estate. I'm going to, once again, for dramatic impact, keep that, make that separate, and then some. I was broke again, but I didn't give up. was 2010 and the economy was still on shaky ground. I couldn't find a decent job like I used to. Okay, this is a little bit messy. I couldn't find a decent job like before. New sentence. So I moved in with a friend to live for free. I went from 150k in the bank to flat broke. This is good. Actually, this is a really good kind of a triumph over adversity story. I went from 150k in the bank to flat broke. By the way, it's okay to start a sentence with end. I know we weren't taught that at school, were we? But we're in the real world now, and we're in the communication game. So it reads better, I think. So I moved in with a friend to live for free. I went from 150k in the bank to flat broke, and now I was working part-time at U-Haul for $9 an hour. This is a bit outlandish, but I've got to be careful when I'm working with somebody because I need to probably be a little bit more traditional in the way I tackle things. But if it was me, I'd be, and I'm not saying you should do this, and please disregard it, delete, whatever. And now I was working part-time at U-Haul for $9 an hour. If it was me, I'd probably put something like this in: how the mighty have fallen. I put the exclamation mark there, and I don't like using exclamation marks too often. They lose their impact. So yeah, I use them very, very sparingly. I kept fighting, and within 4 years I was back on top. I was a director at a large company making almost 6 figures a year, but I wasn't happy. I was more stressed out and unhealthy than ever. After only 2 years, this is good. After only 2 years of being back to work in a stressful environment, I started having health issues. My doctor had found a growing tumour in my right eye. I felt like I don't think we need the word just, it doesn't add anything. I just felt I felt like I couldn't get a break in life. I felt like I couldn't get a break. A lucky break, a break in life. I couldn't. Anyway, I ended up having a special, they're saying particular, but I don't think that's a smart one, a special surgery. I'm not sure if special doesn't quite gel with me. So let's have a look over here. Google Dictionary. Let's see if we can find some other words. Exceptional, unusual, singular, uncommon. I'll go down here. Synonyms: specific, particular, purpose-built, tailor-made, custom-built. Nah, none of them work for me. Okay, I'll go back. I ended up having a specialist. Right, we'll leave it. That ruined my vision. Radiation therapy had killed the tumour, but also killed a bunch of nerves. I struggled for 2 years with poor vision and a stressful job. The light at the end of the tunnel finally came when my doctor gave the go-ahead to get. Okay, I'm gonna. We need to have a link word here between this sentence and the previous. However, the light at the end of the tunnel finally came when my doctor gave the go-ahead. I think I might insert me there. Me the go-ahead to get cataract surgery. I could see again. This brought me renewed confidence and clearer thinking. I took a look at my life and up to this point and wondered what I would become if nothing changed. I got scared. I was always taught that if you get a good education, have a good job. Not sure that we need the word then in there. You'd be happy. Or should it be, I'd be happy, seeing you're talking in the first person here. I was always taught that if you get a good job... No, okay, we'll leave it. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. What are they saying? Passive voice, yeah. I was always... I had been taught... What about this? I had been taught that... Yeah, I think we'll make it first person. If I get a good education, I had been taught... okay, alright. I was taught that if I get a good yeah, okay, so that's fixed that passive voice problem. I was taught that if I get a good education and have a good... Oh, damn it, that's spacing issue. Oh, what? Anyway, there's a spacing issue as well. I was taught that... anyway, I still think that reads a bit better than previous. So if I get a good education, have a good job, I'd be happy. So we'll keep it uniform here. This couldn't be furthest from the truth. I was miserable and unhealthy. So, that's like a bridge word, okay? It kind of links. It's like a bridge between the last sentence and the current one. I didn't want to deal with it anymore. It was time for me to break free and live the life I deserved. I wanted to take vacations when I wanted. Okay, we two wanteds in the same sentence, not what we need. I wanted to take vacations whenever I felt like it. I think that also gives it a little bit more emotional intensity. No way was I going to answer to anybody. No way was I going to answer to anybody. And the mere thought of sitting in an office every day for the next 20 years made me feel nauseous. Nauseous. I'm hopeless at spelling. Is that right or wrong? Yeah, I think this gives it a little bit more emotional impact. The mere thought of sitting in an office every day for the next 20 years, that's really bringing out the pain, isn't it? Made me feel nauseous. No way was I going to answer to anybody. No way was I going to answer to anybody. No way was I going to answer to, you could say, the man. No way was I going to answer to a jumped up desk jockey, just something like that, right? Yeah. And the mere thought of sitting, okay, we've done that. Okay, so I quit my job. But what now? I got into internet marketing. I found out that many people like me had already quit their jobs. All right, had already quit their jobs. And guess what? They were earning a full-time income, working only a couple of hours a day. I found the best system out there that pays thousands of dollars of commission per sale. It pays. I'll just try this. This could be removed, but that pays up to. I'll put the 10 grand in there. $10,000 commission per sale. Another exclamation mark. Not bad for part-time work, eh? Not bad for part-time work. I'd add something like that, or right, the word right. Not bad for part-time work, right? Or not bad for part-time. Okay, we can come back to that another time. I jumped in without hesitation and haven't. They're saying hadn't, but haven't reads better to me than hadn't. So I think I'll leave that. It feels amazing to wake up every day and living. We need to bring this back to first person again. To wake up every day and living life on my terms. Don't need the own, that's superfluous. I can now take a motorcycle. Do we add the word rides? At my leisure. Don't need own. Relax on the beach in the middle of the day. I can now take motorcycle rides at my leisure, relax on the beach in the middle of the day. I think we should, if we're going to keep it as a longer sentence, break it up a little bit with brackets or parentheses. When no one is around, comma, and even have time to make healthy meals. Okay, this sentence is a bit too long. I can now take motorcycle rides at my leisure, relax on the beach in the middle of the day. Okay, we'll just keep two benefits in that sentence. I can now take motorcycle rides at my leisure and relax on the beach in the middle of the day. Full stop. I also have time to make healthy meals instead of the mad rush for lunch. I also have time to make healthy meals instead of rushing for lunch when I was working for a boss. If you'd like to know how to create a stable full-time income and live the life you deserve, then I would love to hear from you. Send me a message or follow on my Facebook page, Jonathan. Okay, that's great. All right, thanks, Jonathan. I mean, this is just an initial little thing here. It's not critical that we get this absolutely right at this point, because this extended piece will probably not be used, at least the way it's, you know, in its entirety, in the near term. Okay, but it's good because it gives us some really good fodder for little snippet items that can be used in posts, Facebook posts, and in the description. So I'm going to add a little bit to your description and just tinker with it and create a second version. All right, that's great. Thanks, Jonathan. See ya.